Welcome back, Love Nation. This is Nina. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we're going to get into this mess. But first, please become a member. And you will get a lot of exclusive content as we continue to discuss this case with Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. And now Taylor Swift has been brought front line and center into this lawsuit. And it is becoming quite apparent that she does not want to lose her reputation with this. And the Daily Mail is reporting that she is going to start separating herself from Blake as this case is playing out. And again, I'm reading this from the Daily Mail. Let's get straight into it. It says that Taylor Swift is taking a step back from her friendship with Blake Lively after feeling like she was used as an intimidation tactic by the actress in a lawsuit she never wanted to be embroiled in. The singer was dragged into the explosive legal feud between Blake, 37, and Justin Baldoni, 41, when he claimed his co-star used Swift to intimidate him at a meeting with her husband, Ryan Reynolds, about edits she had made to a rooftop scene in their film It Ends With Us. And you guys know we've been talking about this movie for several weeks now. I did a complete legal reading. If you guys have not read it all the way through, please read it. It definitely has a lot of tea. This article continues to say in his $400 million lawsuit filed earlier this month, Baldoni and said Swift showed up and made him feel like he needed to comply with Blake's direction for the script. This is going to be key, as I am sure Taylor will definitely have to be deposed in this lawsuit. And I'll explain more about that later. Let's continue reading. Blake later appeared to threaten Baldoni by comparing herself to Game of Thrones character Khaleesi in a series of text messages in which she referred to Ryan Reynolds, who is her husband, and her best friend, Taylor, as her dragons. The uncool and unnecessary description was reportedly the final straw for Taylor Swift, who had never planned to be at the meeting, but arrived at Blake Lively's New York penthouse to find it was still ongoing. For the time being, she is taking a step back from Blake Lively because she doesn't want to get entangled in this more than she already has been, which is far more than she ever needed to be, an insider told Daily Mail. Now again, whatever Taylor thought she was doing and what she was actually being a part of is definitely going to be a key part of this lawsuit. And like I said, with so much money and reputation on the line, she's definitely going to be deposed in this hot, messy situation. It continues to say, her friends also think that Blake's "I'm Khaleesi and like her, I happen to have dragons" text to Justin was uncool and unnecessary because she essentially used it as an intimidation tactic. She was referred to as some kind of pet or possession. I definitely agree with that. It was definitely very cringe to write or discuss your friend of 10 years in that manner, to call them some sort of pet. And anybody that's watched Game of Thrones know what happened to Khaleesi's pets. I'm going to continue. Taylor shouldn't even be involved in this at all. She was only going over there to visit Blake and Ryan with an understanding that the meeting would be over. Khaleesi, also known as Daenerys and Mother of Dragons, is one of the main characters in the Game of Thrones, which aired between 2011 to 2019. She was portrayed as a villain after descending into madness and turning to vengeance due to trauma and loss. A second source said that Taylor has politely backed away from it all. She is conscious of her own image and hates that she's even mentioned. The decision will no doubt shock fans, as the Cruel Summer singer, who has been friends with former Gossip Girl, led for a decade, with the pair celebrating milestones together, and even Taylor name-dropping Blake Lively's children in her music. She appeared to rally around Blake when rumors of behaviors between the actress and Baldoni first started bubbling in August. She was pictured arriving at Swift's Rhode Island property, taking solace at the $17 million eight-bedroom estate alongside her husband, Ryan Reynolds, to escape the frenzy. And again, I'm going to say this. When stuff hits the fan, you know how a true friend actually is. If they want to separate themselves and not support you, that also, honestly, in my opinion, looks bad on Taylor's part. Is this just a conditional friendship when things are going good? Now stuff is hitting the fan legally. Now you want to pull back? I mean, really, who's actually a friend here? A friend is somebody that should be there when you need them and not just when you want free tickets to a Super Bowl or want somebody to accompany you to an event to take pictures. So I think, honestly, this is bad even on Taylor's part. Share your commentary below. I said what I said. To be friends with somebody for 10 years and just walk away from it when your name is mentioned is honestly just as bad as this entire incident that's playing out. The article from Daily Mail continues. At the time, Blake Lively was being called out for her tone-deaf marketing and apparently dismissing interview questions about DV, a major theme in the movie, in favor of telling people to grab their florals and head to the cinema. Others accuse her of the attention to plug her spirits brand Betty Booze. Resurfaced interviews showing the actress was being rude to reporters also went viral on social media. Blake Lively and Taylor Swift were last pictured together in October on a double date with Deadpool actor Ryan Reynolds and Swift's current boyfriend Travis Kelce in Manhattan. And again, I'm going to reiterate, when you're friends for 10 years with somebody and you're going through all this, she should have come out with a better statement than she's going to distance herself. Apparently, after everybody has been dragging Blake Lively through the media, and a lot of people just going on a literally, mystery manhunt, digging up everything when it's not looking good for Blake, it's pretty crazy that Taylor's jumping ship. It's also bad that Blake brought Taylor up and called her a dragon. That was just very, very rude and cringeworthy. So I would definitely like to see where this friendship goes. We have a little bit more to touch on with this article as I continue to read it. And again, this is really, really crazy. Really crazy. It goes on to say the outing came 2 months before she filed a complaint with the California Civil Rights Department in which she accused Baldani of SH and creating a toxic environment on the set of It Ends With Us. At the same time, the New York Times released a story based on her legal filing that accused him of orchestrating a smear campaign against her. Taylor, whose songs My Tears Ricochet was featured in the soundtrack, was then pulled into a roller coaster saga when Baldani fired back with a stinging $400 million counter lawsuit against Blake and Ryan, in which he accused the Hollywood couple of conspiring to trash his reputation. Justin Baldani, who is also suing the Times for defamation, claims Blake Lively hijacked the filming of the movie as he attempted to blow the allegations to smithereens. And again, this man has lost his livelihood, his agent, his podcast. It's questionable if he'll be able to get financing for another movie or get people to want to be in his movies. If he did nothing, I can understand him fighting back. We are definitely waiting for more receipts to come out. From what I've seen personally, a lot of receipts are actually moving toward Justin, in my opinion. And for Taylor to get involved in this, I'm wondering how much she actually contributed to the downfall of all this publicity that this is getting. But I guess we'll find out more about that later. Lastly, in her filing, the actress claimed a meeting was held at her home in 2024 of January to address the hostile work environment that had nearly derailed production and both parties discuss in detail the inappropriate conduct that Blake Lively and other cast and crew experienced at the hands of Baldani. Key, again, I would like to see that cast and crew come out to speak. However, as of yet, I haven't seen that. But in his suit, Justin claimed he was invited over with a Sony exec to discuss her rewrites of a rooftop scene when Ryan launched into an enthusiastic praise for Blake's version. They were also joined by her mega celebrity friends to pressure him. While Baldani did not name the famous pal he was referring to, he includes screenshots of a later conversation when he said that it mentioned Taylor. It was during this exchange that Baldy disclaimed that the actress joked that if he ever got around to watching Game of Thrones, that he would appreciate that she was Khaleesi and she had her dragon pets. How do I feel about this? I wanted to come out and share this material with you guys. Taylor Swift is actually getting a lot of backlash growing online for any type of participation or role in this current situation. And I do find it to be very shady on both sides in how this is currently being handled by Taylor's team and Blake's team. This is a time where if this is your good friend, that you need to come out, speak, a little bit more eloquently, even if you want to say you're waiting for more information, or, you'll be by her side as more information come out. To just flat out distance yourself is honestly pretty shady. But like I said, this entire situation concerning this movie is actually getting more publicity than the actual movie did, in my opinion, with this mess. Yes, it did make money at the box office, yes, but, the fallout from this is becoming more and more shocking. I definitely want to know you guys' opinion below. If anything else happens, I will definitely come back. Tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, be safe and enjoy your day. Bye, guys.